Hey guys, today I wanted to offer perhaps a useful analogy to get you to pick the right technique for you in order to manifest. When it comes to manifesting, pick a technique that seems effortless to you, enjoyable to you, okay? Don't pick a technique that worked for somebody else. For example, I have always been an imaginative person. I just like basking in my own reality. I just like to go inwards. I like imagining stuff. The only difference is with the intention of, well, I'm going to get this thing. And the more vivid I make my imagination, the more I believe it. And again, that's the whole purpose of that technique. A technique is there to help you believe that whatever it is that you desire will manifest. It's hard for us to believe that without taking any external action in the real world, without interacting with the real world in any way, without being in physical motion, that we can bring something into fruition. It's almost inconceivable to some. With affirmations, to me more specifically, the more you do it, again, the technique is there, yet again, to convince you that this is possible. But I find that the more you do it, or the people that enjoy doing it, one, it makes them feel very empowered, so why not? But secondly, I think it's also the fact that some people just want something to do in the meantime of the thing manifesting. Some people just need to pass the time somehow. And some people need to make use of that time, right? Some people feel the need that they need to be doing something, because otherwise how the fuck will it manifest? And I think people like that really do lean towards affirming constantly. And it works. It works because you're doing it so often that it's hard for you to sort of not think that this is having an effect. But I'm sure there are other techniques, by the way. But these are the two main ones I think that people... Oh, scripting as well. The reason I guess I didn't talk about it, or I forgot to mention it almost, is because I'm not a scripter. I've just not had a very good experience with it. It's going to take me a lot more effort to get used to scripting, because I have to change the belief of like, it almost like, to me, because I've had a bad experience with scripting in the past, it's like if I start scripting now, my brain will say this isn't working. So it's just not worth it to me. Like, there's no point. So I'm not going to opt for that technique. And techniques are just that. They're a process of making yourself believe in the thing that whatever you desire will manifest. Because it's hard for us, it's awfully challenging to just be like, okay, this is going to manifest now. Life doesn't work that way, sadly. Or not so sadly, maybe. Depends whichever way you take it. And when it comes to picking a technique, like I said, pick the one that resonates with you the most. Pick the one you enjoy the most. Pick the one that you feel you can do every day. Almost every day. Pick the one that makes you feel the most as well. And this is where I was going to offer the analogy that I talked about in the beginning of this video, which is that I would say the same to somebody that wants to go on a diet. Pick the one you feel is the most sustainable. There are so many diets in this world, right? Like there's the keto diet, the paleo diet, high protein, high carb, whatever. And then you have a variation of exercises to support that. Some people prefer resistance training, some people prefer cardio, some people prefer plyometrics, some people prefer, I don't know, God knows what. But these are just techniques. These are techniques to aid your weight loss. No one is better than the other, truly, in essence. But the one that's most sustainable, the one that you believe will get you the results that you want, is the one that will work. And the same with manifesting. I feel most of this is just whatever resonates with you personally is the one you should opt for. So if you believe that, I don't know, waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning and doing a scripting session or meditating on whatever it is that you want, visualizing, if you believe that that is the thing that's going to help aid your belief in the thing, then pick that one. If you enjoy that, do it. Don't follow what other people are doing, basically. Don't pick a technique because this worked for that person, but you fucking hate this technique and you think, what the fuck, is not working. Don't do that. It's all about just knowing. You have to have a knowing by the end of your technique, hopefully. You have to have a knowing that this will come. Like, this is gonna happen. Or eventually, if you don't have it the first few times, that is the feeling you're looking for. It's the knowing of this is gonna happen. Like, you have so much belief in the thing now that it's almost like weird if it doesn't manifest for you, right? But again, don't be attached doing this meditation visualization and then going out and then checking if your technique has worked. It won't happen like that. Most likely, you cannot predict the ways in which your manifestation will come about, because, bro, I have seen some crazy experiences in my life, and I have been unconsciously I mean, we all have been, but I was always dabbling in and out of this thing, right? And I have found for myself, any time that I was doing these techniques and they happened to be successful is when I had this inner knowing that this is what's going to happen. So I'll give an example, actually. I used to watch a lot of tarot readings, right? I did it because it would give me hope. It would inspire hope in me. And it would also give me a feeling of like knowing, like it's going to happen, what I want will happen. And it would work. Eventually it would work because I would sort of accumulate all of these feelings and thoughts that would eventually lead to the actual manifestation. I am submitting my belief in this thing. Most people most people believe in tarot because of this, because they submit to it. They suspend their disbelief and then they go in and have a tarot reading done. And, I'm talking about YouTube tarot, by the way. I'm not even talking about going to get your actual tarot reading done. So again, that's just a technique. If you think about it, that's just a technique. We are unconsciously manifesting all the time, and some things are just happening at the snap of the finger because we don't have any resistance. You experience so many synchronicities, at least I do. It's because I don't have resistance to those synchronicities. So don't get caught up on a particular technique. Technique can also be changed along the way. Don't think just because you changed a technique, well, now you'll start all over again, sort of a thing. You're deciding it. It's you. At the end of the day, it all comes down to you. You're bored of one technique, pick another. It's not a fresh new start. Like, you're just carrying it on, sort of a thing. If you believe in God, like, God's going to give you everything you ask for. If you pray with the intention that you will receive it, you will receive it. Everything is down to your belief. If you believe it, you will attain it. So I hope this helped. Guess I'll see you in my next video.